Should we touch on the biggest movie of all time?
Ever? I
Ever,
mean, we have
ever?
to. It's a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah, I mean, people just can't stop talking about Red Notice.
So what's the next one we had? Did you even catch this one?
No, no. Did people really catch this one for sure? Like what we're talking about for people who don't know is that Netflix declared Red Notice to be their most watched debut ever,
Biggest
their
of
biggest
all
opening.
time.
Most people watched it. They don't put numbers on it because they never put numbers on this stuff until much later. But I just am having a lot of trouble believing that because I don't know, man. I didn't see anybody talk about Red Notice. I retweeted this, which I'm about to show on the live stream, that Peter Labuza tweeted out. Uh, the Google trend around Taylor Swift, Dune, and then way down at the bottom there, that red line that doesn't really tick up much. That's Red Notice. That's how much people are
I
actively
don't know.
looking out for Red Notice and Googling it and trying to find out information about it.
It was opening day, bro. So you see when it starts going up a little bit right at the end, that would have been
Uh,
opening day. You have to
uh,
understand it
okay,
skyrocketed, bro.
that guy right
It's like a
there.
red notice. You didn't see it coming. Put the next day right there. It's Zach. You wouldn't even believe it. It's not even it doesn't even shoot up. It's just straight perpendicular. Um, I don't get it, but I guess this is Netflix now. This is a $200 million movie, Zach.
Yeah, that and they still had to do promos for Ryan Reynolds' gin and Dwayne Johnson's tequila in the movie.
And you didn't see the movie, so you didn't even know how it plays, bro. It makes no sense. Again, this is a spy thriller in where you have what is supposed to be, like I guess he's Interpol or he works with Interpol. Dwayne Johnson is the agent. You got the bad guy who would technically be Mr. Reynolds over here, and they're trying to find this egg. It's every other movie you've ever seen. It's so many homages to Uncharted. It's so many homages to Indiana Jones. Literally, they have the box from Indiana Jones, from the warehouse scene. Uh, put into this movie. I don't understand why it's $200 million if everything's green screen. I don't understand why it's that much. If you're right, it's completely filled with advertisements down from cars that Dwayne the Rock Johnson can't fit into both their gin and their other thing. And what's weird about it is that I like Ryan. I like everybody in this cast for the most part. I like Ryan Reynolds. He's got that shtick, right? Where he goes, I didn't take the painting with the woman with the red hair, cut to the wide, painting
Yeah,
with the woman with the
that
red
that
hair.
snarky kind of disconnected smug
I
thing he
don't know where the
does.
egg is. I swear to God.
Yeah,
Cheap recording of him saying, "I know where the egg is." Swear to God, it's just it's the like the same bit over and over again, but it's with a what would you call it? Self-aware comedy, the Deadpool thing that he's been doing.
snarky.
That when
So yeah,
that when he
meta
just
stuff.
leaves the bottle of gin there, it's like, aren't you the type of person to make fun of that?
Right.
And they didn't take the time to make fun of that. And that's where I'm like, see, that's the part where you will actually break through and have a joke. There's a Vin Diesel joke in here as well. People kept typing that up. It doesn't come till way end in the movie, and I'm like, yo, what? Not for me. And this is a movie that does too much. I'll just put it that way. By the third act, they are switching up way too many things on you. I don't think it ever works. Again, I don't think the action delivers the way that they think it does. The comedy, I guess it's fine enough for you to, because they're likable
You didn't
actors and nothing
appreciate
so
the
much else.
now iconic "I'm Ed Sheeran, bitch" line.
I was leading up to that.
Excuse me, I cut your build up.
I thought it was the most pointless thing he's done since Game of Thrones, and then they wrote in, "I'm Ed Sheeran. I was in Game of Thrones."
Were you?
She,
You were like
but
only
she,
barely there, and nobody wanted you to be.
I can't wait for the next movie, Zach, where he goes, "I'm Ed Sheeran. I was in Red
Red
Notice, the
Notice.
biggest movie in Netflix." I look, if you just want to knock out, how long is this movie? About a little under 2 hours.
Uh,
It's at home. I can't blame you. Look, Netflix has been doing theater releases for their movies. They had Tick Tick Boom, Red Notice playing. You know how big I am on the fact that AMC's have just dropped the balls. Let me speak on that for a minute. I'm done with Red Notice. Enjoy it, enjoy it. Let me speak on this for a second. I don't know if you can Google this. While I don't care for Red Notice, it's a Netflix movie. And it's not playing in AMC's. And I haven't seen it in Regals. It was playing in like Marcus Theaters and like Landmarks, anything, that's its own independent thing. However, if you put AMC Theaters Disney Plus Day, as you know, because Red Notice is one thing. They're not even playing Tick Tick Boom. You have to again go to these other theaters to see Tick Tick Boom and stuff because AMC doesn't like playing Netflix films. They are really against streaming. I made a huge just stay there for a second, Zach. Pull that up a little bit so that people can see it. Netflix, every year when they do their Oscars thing, made a huge deal on skipping out on Roma, on skipping out on The Irishman. Like, that's when it tipped over for me. I'm a broken record when it comes to how annoying I think they are. They didn't play the Scorsese film in their showcase because they have this much against streaming / Netflix. Zach, what are you looking at right now?
That would be the Disney Plus Day surprise screenings in AMC theaters page.
For those of you who have seen AMC, they've been doing their like cheap thrills or whatever it is. You pay $5, and I guess the thrill is supposed to be you don't know what you're paying for. I've never understood the purpose of those, but whatever, they're $5. Disney Plus has decided to come in and infiltrate AMC. They had their Disney Plus like marathon thing that they announced, for their streaming service, and everybody was seeing all the new things that were out there. Sure, that's fine. Do your thing. However, they took up 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think the Pixar one had 5 big theaters because I checked them on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of last weekend. On AMC theaters. The company that doesn't believe in giving Scorsese, Roma, all of these big Netflix features a space, literally took up 5 theaters for Disney Plus showings that were the same thing. $5, and we'll see what Pixar movie it is. We'll see what Star Wars movies it is. And they're all titled Disney Plus. It was literally a whole theater just as an advertisement.
Hey, but Disney's still trying to put their new Marvel movies in theaters, I guess. I guess that's maybe AMC likes that a little more.
It's going to be the only thing in theaters, Zach, at this point.
Look, that's the thing is, I think the game changed a lot when post-COVID. Like, everybody shifted to streaming, and then AMC was like, actually, we can compromise. But they kind of they drew their line in the sand with Netflix early, and I don't know if it's just pride or whatever. Now they're too proud to go back on that.
Look, people always complain about like these Netflix movies and they're not getting a theatrical push. They do, but unless you're living in an area where you're going to have a theater that's going to host it, like
the Paris theater,
end up watching it at home. Dude, I really wanted to watch Tick Tick Boom in theaters, and it's not playing. Like, I don't know. I think it's pretty bogus, especially just because they turned back on it and they're giving Disney the stuff. I don't know if you did see the Disney news, if you want to talk about that, because again, as much as I don't like the moves that they make, I mean, it's great. I'm really looking forward to the Hawkeye show. Vincent D'Onofrio came out, and as everybody knows from Daredevil, that man was like really passionate. We weren't making a superhero with Daredevil. We were making Shakespeare. We're doing all this. Well, he retweeted that Hawkeye trailer, and he was like, this looks pretty good, huh? And I'm like, sir. So look, besides all the meddling that happens behind the scenes with, money talking, they got a lot of content coming out. I guess we'll see, but AMC, play these good movies in your theaters, man, because they really are some of the biggest accessibility, especially when it comes, to the people who have AMC subs.